In today's video, we're going to be doing answering questions you're too afraid to ask medical students. Ooh. Do you have any regrets at all from doing medicine, like at all?
In terms of helping people, there's a lot of things that you can do to help people. I'm not sure medicine is one.
You know, you're going to be so rich when you graduate.
Have you seen my graduate salary? Have you seen how much I make as a junior doctor?
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
The closest I've gotten to being unhappy with a patient was a guy who flashed me in hospital. A guy who flashed me in hospital.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Journey to Med.
For those of you who are new here, my name is HEYYY.
And my name is Liddy.
And we are two second-year medical students studying at Barts in London.
In today's video, we're going to be doing answering questions you're too afraid to ask medical students. Ooh. And as you can see, we have a very special guest here with us today.
Hi, so I'm Elizabeth and I'm also a medical student at King's, and yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth is, if you guys don't know who Elizabeth is, she's just like a productivity
queen.
Yeah,
don't
like
take that.
Brain and all of that. Basically, Ali Abdul in his female form.
Yeah. She's amazing. Like, we're so excited to have her on our channel. I know it's a virtual collab, guys, but I don't know when Boris is gonna liberate us, so yeah, we're gonna have to make do. Let's get started and jump right into the video. The first question was, have you ever wanted to punch a patient in the face?
I would say no. I've had like questionable moments with patients where I've felt like really uncomfortable. I think the closest I've gotten to being unhappy with a patient was a guy who flashed me in hospital. A guy who flashed me in hospital. Literally, like I was just standing in the corridor and he literally just rose his like his gown. I was just shocked. I didn't want to punch him. I wanted to run in the opposite direction, but I mean,
I hate it here. I want to go home.
So the next question is, what are your opinions on consultants? I think you definitely can't generalize consultants and say, oh, they're all nice or they're all ignorant. You definitely can't do that. Some that I've met tend to be really nice, but most of them come across a bit busy. And when I have been on shadowing experience, I feel very uncomfortable to ask questions because you feel as though you don't really want to disturb them.
Most are quite scary because they're like the top of like the ranking in hospital.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That
the
can
top dogs.
Quite exactly. So it can be quite scary. I would say in my experience, they're my best friends in hospital.
Oh.
This was not the case when I first started. When I first started, I was really, really nervous. But I think right now they are my best friends. I will go straight to the consultant for things. So I won't go to an F1, F2. Also, mostly because I'm obsessed with getting scrubbed into surgery. And an F1 will not get you scrubbed in. It will be the consultant. So I think that's how I broke my barrier. I'd literally walk up to consultants and be like,
Hey, what are you doing? Are you in the mood to teach today?
and I think that's how like I broke my barrier. So I would say great relationship with consultants. My opinion on them are they're absolutely fab. Yeah.
Do you have any regrets at all from doing medicine, like at all? Like, let's be honest, lads. Let's be honest with this one.
I mean, now that you've asked,
And
I think a regret is a big thing. Like, to regret something, you must have done something that you really, really, really wish you didn't do. And I don't think I have any regrets as such.
I feel like in all honesty, absolutely not. But that's also in general because I almost never have regrets about things. I feel like medicine is such a cool degree and it grows you so much as a person and it gives you so much information. Like, let's say you finish medicine and you decide to not be a doctor.
Yeah.
Would you still regret it? Absolutely not. Like, you've gained so much from it anyway. So I think no matter what, spending 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 5 years, 6 years, 8 years studying medicine is the best thing. So no, would not regret it.
Ooh. Do you actually do medicine to help people or is it just for the money?
Oh, the $1 million question.
What money? Please explain.
What money?
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, I think in the UK, you'd be very misguided to get into medicine for money, because if you want to invest 20 years of working hard for something to make a lot of money, medicine is not that. Yeah, I think for me, the financial aspect is to the point of, okay, would I be able to survive doing this job comfortably? Yes. And then it becomes like all the other questions. I think it's a combination of, you know, being a nerd, loving science, loving working in a team, loving being in a hospital, loving scrubs. Like even small things, even small things come into it.
Elizabeth?
You want scrubs for your
birthday?
Yes, please.
No.
But I think it's so crazy how many people that don't study medicine think that. Like even family members, like,
You know, you're going to be so rich when you graduate.
have you seen my graduate salary? Have you seen how much I make as a junior doctor?
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
How are you not dead inside at this point?
I love how we all laugh like deeply. My answer is, how do you know I'm not?
Who's not, exactly?
Honestly, lads, I'm barely scraping by. I'm not gonna lie to you. One reason why I'm not dead inside is because I have good people around me, you know. I'm able to know people like Elizabeth, Hazal, like just good people around me with good vibes that I can chat to sometimes. Like the other day I went to Elizabeth about a certain issue I had and she gave me advice. So just having friends that are there to like advise you, to boost you along the way.
Like I was thinking about this a lot recently, in that like since I've started YouTube, because I don't realize it, like to me it's just normal, and since I started YouTube people are like, oh, you're doing these like a few things, how do you do them all? Aren't you burnt out? And I think you only get burnt out if you're doing things that you don't enjoy. I fully agree that like a job is something that you will not fully enjoy. Like medicine, you can't enjoy it 24/7 all the time. Like that's just impossible. So I fully agree with that, in like not having all your eggs in one basket, but kind of spreading them around a few different things and things that you are enjoying in the first place. I guess I don't feel dead inside because I like what I do. So if like from the outside it seems like, oh, this girl is working so hard, I promise you I don't feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm playing. Like I feel like I'm having fun with a lot of these things.
Oh my gosh, guys, I really like this one. So, why do you think medical students say that they haven't done work when they have done work?
I think it's because some medical students like to come off as, you know, they can do everything and get everything correct and get the best grades without even trying. Like, oh yeah, I did that and I didn't even try. Or I put in no effort and I'm still better than you, kind of thing. Or they're scared to say, I've done the work, and then like let's say they don't get a grade they're happy with, they can fall back on saying, but I didn't do the work. But if, let's say when they were preparing, they were like, yeah, I'm revising so much, I'm going to the library every single day, and then the results don't show, it's maybe like a safety net that they can fall back on to say, oh, but I didn't do the work.
I mean, that was a 10 out of 10 answer. That just, I think, had the two main points I would ever make on it. But I do think it's unfortunate that, like, in medicine, we're kind of forced to create an ego for ourselves, wherein like we have this persona of a doctor that we need to be, and we need to be trustworthy, and we need to be honest, and we need to be intelligent, and we need to have integrity and all of these things. So I think the system itself like fosters this sort of attitude where we have to be very careful about our image in general. And part of that image is what people think about me, and I must be intelligent, and I must be super successful, and I must be so smart. So it's exactly, I think, what Hazal said, in the sense that what if I admit that, you know what, I've been working 10 hours a day and actually I failed this exam, I must be an idiot. I cannot say that, so I'll just be on the safe side.
That's a deep question, guys.
That was a very deep question.
Very deep. I feel like we could do a TED talk on that.
Wow, that was so powerful.
Do medical students smoke? Like, is that normal? And I actually wanted to answer this question because I feel like I personally don't smoke, but I don't think you need to go into medicine and think, do medical students do this, do they do that, do you? Does that mean medical student is just a title? Obviously, to some extent you are going to be quite cautious of your image because you're representing the medical profession and so on. But do you? Yes, medical students smoke. Yes, it's normal. Just as you will see someone smoking in public, the same way you might say medical students smoke. And I think it's so important to be yourself when you're studying medicine.
The short answer that you said, yeah, a lot of medical students smoke. But I loved how you took it into like the bigger context and saying that we're kind of the same, like we're just people.
Yeah, we're just
like a subset. Yeah, we're just a subset of people that decided to study this one thing. And we're just as like messed up or amazing as everyone else is, no more, no less, I think. So yeah, they do smoke.
Be honest, lads. Has medical school lived up to your expectations? I'm gonna start this off with a very controversial answer. Medical school has not lived up to my expectations, if you want me to be very honest. And that's just because I was quite naive. I thought the minute I started medical school, I was going to be in a hospital saving lives and doing surgery. So that's definitely my fault. But because I was literally fixated on that, I was very disappointed in the beginning of first year to find out that it just would have consisted of lectures.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna say it has lived up to my expectations and it's in fact exceeded them.
And that's on period.
I think I went into medical school not really knowing what to expect, but I had a fixed ideology of I'm going to have to work so hard, like 9 to 5 every single day in the library, and that all sometimes made me think, am I actually going to enjoy it? Like, that sounds pretty dead to me if you're always working. But it hasn't been like that at all. I've grown as a person, I've found a schedule that works for me, I've been able to build this beautiful community on YouTube, I've met so many lovely people, and none of this would have happened if I didn't study medicine. It might have happened in a different place with different people, but I wouldn't be where I am today without starting medicine and studying medicine. So it's just brought so much positive energy and positivity into my life that I couldn't have got. So no, it's definitely exceeded my expectations.
Oh, that was so wholesome. I think it's also like university dependent. So
That's
King's
true.
has exceeded my expectations, both in how terrible the administration is and how amazing the university is. So on both accounts, it has exceeded my expectation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the consultants. Like, I can't believe the opportunities that I've been given and the things that they've like taught me and let me see and let me do.
Yeah.
And that's definitely like 10 out of 10 exceeded what I expected to do so soon in medicine.
Well, lads, thank you so much for all the questions you guys sent in. Thank you so much for just being so interactive. If you don't want to miss out on opportunities like this to send questions in that we can react to and answer, then go follow us on Instagram at journey.2.med. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for coming onto our virtual collab.
Thank you.
Her channel will be linked in the description box down below.
But yeah, honestly, this was so fun to film. Make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in a new video next week. Bye.